Hey friends, Kiefer asked me a while back if I'd like to come back and share my heart with you all and specifically address the seniors as they take this next step in their lives. 14 years ago this month, I did one of the most difficult things I ever had to do. I drove off the campus of Johnson Bible College for the last time as a student. I cried for the first hour of that drive because I was leaving behind something that had been life-giving to me. My 4 years at Johnson had been sacred to me, and I didn't want to leave. See, there's this story in the life of Jesus that's recorded in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. In this story, Jesus takes his three best friends, Peter, James, and John, on a mountaintop experience. Literally, Jesus and these three disciples hike to the top of a mountain. And once they're there, the Bible tells us that Jesus' appearance transforms, and he begins to glow, shining bright like the sun. And at this moment, two of the greatest historical figures in the Jewish culture show up out of thin air, Moses and Elijah. Peter gets so excited that he blurts out, "Jesus, this is awesome! Let me build us 3 shelters." See, I think Peter wanted to stay in this moment forever. I don't think he ever wanted to leave that mountaintop. I would have been the same way. I would have wanted to stay there forever too. But eventually, Jesus' appearance changes back to normal, and they head back down the mountain and on to new experiences with their rabbi. And that's true in our lives too. Many times, Jesus calls us off of the sacred mountains where we've had amazing experiences, and he calls us to something new. See, we can't live on these mountaintops. About a year ago, I learned this lesson once again. God called me away from Park Chapel to pursue a ministry to the sick and dying. My years at Park Chapel were special and sacred. The relationships I formed at Park Chapel mean everything to me. My love for you students and you youth leaders, it's hard for me to describe. The best way to sum it up is from the words of Paul in a letter to his former church in Philippi. He says this, and I say this to you: "Every time I think of you, I give thanks to my God. Whenever I pray, I make requests for all of you with joy, for you have been my partners in spreading the good news about Christ from the time you first heard it until now. And I am certain that God, who began the good work within you, will continue his work until it is finally finished on the day when Christ Jesus returns. So it is right that I should feel as I do about all of you, for you have a special place in my heart. God knows how much I love you and long for you with the tender compassion of Christ Jesus. I pray that your love will overflow more and more, and that you will keep on growing in knowledge and understanding, for I want you to understand what really matters, so that you may live pure and blameless lives until the day of Christ's return. May you always be filled with the fruit of your salvation, the righteous character produced in your life by Jesus Christ, for this will bring much glory and praise to God." To all of you, and especially you seniors, as you find yourself in this very situation where you might be anxious about leaving this mountaintop and heading to a new experience, trust that God will be with you, will lead you, and will guide you on your journey. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight." I'm so thankful for this opportunity to share with you today. God bless.